So this is going to be a bit of an experiment. We've got a GoPro mounted with lights on the end of this quite long boom, and we're going to have a look under the boat. And just to make sure we don't lose the GoPro, Adrian's busy putting a security wire on. It's not the best of days, we've got a north wind blowing and it's a little bit overcast, but to help with that underwater, he's got some underwater lights.
So the anti-fouling was done back in 2020, and I know it's not in brilliant condition, but you've got to remember we fitted ultrasonic anti-fouling around about 18 months ago. So I wanted to have a quick look underneath to see how that was doing, but also I needed to check the anodes. So this was a case of let's have a quick look at the main anodes. We did have some fouling underneath, but nothing bad. The anti-foul is not in good condition, but the ultrasonic seems to be doing its job. It's one of those things, you don't know if it works or it doesn't. But certainly we're fairly clean underneath. What is there will come off when we start running. Really pleased to see is the state of the anodes. They've hardly been untouched in getting on for 3 years now, so I've still got plenty of light. That double ring cap is just where the transducer is for the anti-fouling.
Hi guys, we did a little job on our engine in the last week or so. Didn't video it, it's such a tight space, just not possible to get anything to show you, but I'll now show you what we did. And now this is on the starboard engine, and I've replaced the lift pump, the fuel lift pump. Now it's a new style. Our old one had a removable top. This is a sealed unit. Difference is also this has the input and output at 180 degrees, whereas the old one was at 90 degrees. So I've also had to buy and replace the fuel feed to the filter line, and that's a sealed crimped rubber hose with banjo unions on the end. That is expensive, The pump is around about £80. That fuel line for the rubber one is £105. The original one in a metal solid line is around about £150. Prices are ludicrous. The fuel pump, fine, that's a mechanical piece of equipment, but a bloody hose? Anyway, we've done that because that's the last bit in the fuel circuit that could be causing our fuel feed issues. Now, it is remiss of me, I did strip down the old pump. I had other things on my mind at the time, and so I just didn't video it. Last thing on my mind was to video it, to be honest. And what I did find was on the diaphragm, whilst it had not failed, it was bubbled. In the rubber part of the diaphragm, there were quite a number of bubbles, so it was probably getting ready to fail. So good job I changed that. I am going to order a fuel pump and fuel line for the port side, and I will do that one. That's in an even worse position to change, but anyway, we'll just get that done. And if I think on, I'll strip that fuel pump down on camera and we'll have a look at it. So Janet's got to do a COVID test before operation tomorrow morning. Yuck. She's not happy.
I'm choking already.
So in real time, this is Thursday the 9th. Pleased to say Janet had her operation yesterday, and I'll let Janet tell you just how that went.
So, it went quite well. Didn't mess around at the hospital. I had an appointment at 9:30 up in the breast unit to have an isotroph injection put in, which is a clear fluid, but it turns blue in the body on any cancerous cells. So they did warn me I might look like a smurf, but I don't. So that's good. I don't know if I'm still marked up or whether they wiped it off because I can't see there.
No, nothing there.
But I've got a cut here and under the arm. I don't know yet if they've taken any lymph nodes, and if they have, how many. Well, I would imagine they have, but I've no idea yet as to how many. The consultant was still doing theatre when I left. So, like I said, I went up to the breast unit for 9:20, which is when they got the injection gear in. Had that done, down, had to wait about an hour while they've just finished off a lady in front of me. Straight in, out by, I think, somewhere around 12ish, and I gave up about 3.
Yeah, and she was back home by 4. So very impressed with the University of North Tees hospital. Been a fantastic service. We'll just wait now to see.
The only drawback was they didn't have any decaf coffee, but I took my own in.